Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to the Sea Nymph Tarot with me, Natasha. There's going to be the Sea Nymph Natasha then. This reading today is going to be how your person is viewing this connection. So this is from their perspective. Some of it may be about how they're viewing you and what kind of actions they're taking at the moment. And then we have some advice from Spirit for you guys. So if you are new here, hopefully you enjoy your reading. If you do remember to hit that subscribe button so you can make your way back here. And if you hit the notification bell, then you'll get to, see my videos pop up in your notifications and you won't miss one. We have 3 piles for you guys today. We have pile 1 here with this lovely little piece of pyrite. We have pile 2 in the middle with this polished green calcite, and then we have pile 3 at the end with the bloodstone. So have a little think about which one you are drawn to, which pile, and then you can check out the description box or the comment section for your timestamp. Click on that and it will take you directly to your reading, and I will see you there. Hello to pile 1. If you chose the pyrite crystal, this is your reading. So what we'll be looking at is your person, how they're kind of viewing this connection at the moment. We are going to look at their actions kind of going forward, and we'll get some spiritual advice for you. Do remember with these readings, they are general. So, the likelihood is not every single thing that I say is going to resonate with you 100%. Sometimes you do get readings like that, but quite often with general, maybe like 80% you'll take it away. So anything that doesn't feel right, like leave it, take only what resonates. And if you're watching this and you're like, oh, it doesn't seem right, then either you could pick a different pile, or there's loads of other readers on YouTube. Find another one that you resonate with. So what we have for you guys, how your person is kind of viewing this connection, viewing you. You have 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, Judgment, 3 of Cups, the Fool, the Hierophant, and we have the 2 cards, Fling, short-term one-night stand, friends with benefits, and also have the card Magnetic, so mutual attraction, chemistry, compatibility. So your person, how they're viewing this connection right now. My overall gut feeling is for you guys is that you're probably not with this person, and maybe you have, I feel like maybe you've blocked them and you're really in a proper like no contact situation here, because with that 5 of Pentacles, this person feels very much like we're in this connection. They are out in the cold. They don't, they're not getting regular contact for you. They feel like they don't know what's going on. They're really feeling very uncomfortable with this current situation is what I'm getting from Spirit. They really want to be able to hear from you, especially if you guys haven't been in contact for a while. There is this feeling of really wanting to hear from you at the moment. And because that this person may not have heard from you for a while, there is a sense that they do want to kind of move on from this, or move on from, at least from this feeling. With the 6 of Swords, I really do get a sense that it is actually quite difficult for this person, no matter what they may show on the surface. I feel like they can maybe be quite stoic. So from your perspective, you may seem like they're not bothered by it, but they actually very much are. And with this time away, I feel like there has been, you know, this person has come to maybe a few revelations with how they were actually feeling. With the Judgment card, it is very much about, you know, learning lessons, kind of having an awakening to something. So if before this was kind of a friends with benefits situation, maybe it was just kind of casual at the time, this person's kind of realised that it shouldn't have been just casual, that they were actually feeling quite strongly for you. With this magnetic, definitely they do feel this, they feel this real strong compatibility with you. They feel like you have chemistry, and I think for them it's quite hard to understand maybe why there is that kind of feeling out the cold, no contact situation, because as far as they're concerned, they were like, oh, this was, you know, they were really feeling this, and now it's kind of, you know, now they just don't know quite what to do. And with them wanting to kind of move on, I think part of that is when they see you with that Three of Cups, I think they very much worry that you have moved on and there's another person in your life. Or if they see you on social media, if you haven't actually blocked them, but maybe you're just talking, not talking, then they kind of see you hanging out with other people. Maybe they kind of have a little look on your profile, see who's commenting on your photos, how you're interacting with other people. There is this kind of feeling of a little bit of jealousy is what I'm picking up on, and really they do want to come forward to be like, hey, you're mine, is what I'm getting. It doesn't feel like possessive in the kind of like stalker. Oh, sorry, I just hit my glasses on the handle there. It doesn't feel stalkerish. It just feels like a desire for you guys to be back together. So yeah, this person, yeah, definitely how they're viewing this is that they do feel like it is almost like too late at times, and they feel like they in this connection they were kind of the fool. And I'm not getting this as how the card usually reads, as like new starts. I'm getting it quite literally, like they feel like a fool because they've kind of realised too late that like how they view you and this connection was with the Hierophant right there is like a sense of you know, this could actually have been something if only they had put in the effort. Maybe it had maybe, you know, it'd been kind of starting off as casual, but maybe they didn't take any action to kind of forward it, or maybe they ghosted you when it kind of came up about, you know, taking next steps together. And I feel like this person now feels very foolish about it because now they just can't. Now they're feeling very like out in the cold. They're feeling very forgotten, and yeah, that's generally how they just are not feeling in this situation. They're not feeling particularly great. And you know, with that fling, it's like it feels like almost that's how it started, and how they saw it as just, you know, it's just going to be a friends with benefits, we're not going to get attached. And then it's like, oh damn, now I see this person as being someone that I just cannot forget about, and I feel so drawn to them. And that is really quite a struggle for this person to kind of come to terms with all of this. So what are they planning to do? So let's take a look at those cards. I'm going to actually just clear these away, because sometimes I find it can be quite distracting on the camera when they're all stacked on top of each other. So let me just clear those away. So what are kind of their actions towards you and this situation? Oh, it's all gone out of focus there. That's helpful. Ah, much better. Right, so we have 7 of Cups. We have 6 of Wands. 2 of Swords. Right, I've just bought 9 of Wands. I've bought a ring light, guys, so I'm just trying it out on this reading. So sorry if it's just, you know, a bit bright at times. I might turn it down slightly. So we have Great Adventure, Take a Risk, Venture Forward. And then we have Transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. So, right, let me just get the remote so I can turn that light down a bit. Oh, that's gone up. There we go. I think that's maybe slightly better, potentially. So how your person, they're kind of like actions. I feel like there's definitely, this person wants to, maybe they do want to reach out to you if you haven't blocked them on everything. With that kind of take a risk, venture forward. I think the reason it feels like a risk, this person really does not know how you are going to react to them. So for them, it feels very much like a risk. But I feel like there is very much a part of them that really wants to go forth and do this. They want that kind of transformation. They want to go from being out in the cold to kind of, what just popped into my mind was keeping your bed warm. But yeah, they want to be back in your arms and definitely get back together. They want transformation in this connection. And so right now, they're kind of actions. With that 7 of Cups, I actually see this rather than, you know, maybe thinking about options as in other people. I really feel like this is, they're weighing up their options when it comes to you. Like what is the best, you know, course forward with you. You know, kind of makes sense with that Great Adventure in the boat, making that, you know, what's going to work. And I think they're really weighing up these options. And I think it is difficult for them. I don't think they're used to feeling like this. I feel like this person's normally very confident with maybe past partners. Maybe they're the ones that are always being kind of pursued, and they're not used to this. So I feel like I'm getting a sense of like there is a bit of fear and a little bit of like wanting to almost like protect themselves with that 9 of Wands. I really get a sense of it like wanting to almost like build a wall. And with the 2 of Swords, sometimes it is, you know, a card. It's a card of having the swords over your heart, kind of protecting your heart. And definitely this person does feel like they want to do that. There is like a sense of wanting to run a little bit. But overall, the energy that I'm really feeling for this person is that 6 of Wands, that wanting to be successful, wanting to come in and, you know, communicate with you, get back together. I feel like that's something that they really, really do want. So I feel like overall, this energy, and with that Great Adventure and Transformation card, I feel like this is the energy that's going to kind of trump it all. But they will have to work through their kind of like fears here to come forward towards you. And so for you guys, some advice that Spirit has given me, you have believe in the impossible, blue moon. A new start is coming, new moon. And what do you need to release, waning moon. And an affirmation card, options. As As I open to the abundant possibilities of my life's path, I am reminded that I will always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet, and I allow myself to choose whatever makes me happiest without limiting thoughts like, you can't put mac and cheese on your baked potato. So, oh sorry, that is super bright. I've just looked at the camera, and sorry if it is way too bright for you guys. So I feel like what Spirit is saying, Spirit is really trying to encourage you in this journey. So I feel like if you are not somebody that, you know, believe that has really done anything in conscious manifesting, I think now's the time to really look that up. Whether you, personally, I resonate more with law of assumption, but I know obviously lots of people in the spiritual community are all about law of attraction. So whatever, you know, you prefer. But what Spirit is saying here is, you know, that believe in the possible. Don't have, with this talking about limiting beliefs, do not have limiting beliefs here. Because if you believe that this person is gone, it's not possible, you know, even if they're with another person. My favourite manifestation coach, she has a very brash nature, but I very much enjoy that. So if you want to check out Sammy Ingram. But it's a case of, you know, circumstances don't matter here. You know, even if they're with another person right now, if you are very serious about getting them back, then you need to change your kind of mental diet here and believe that, you know, everything is possible. There is no such thing as the impossible. And, you know, believe that that new start is coming. And what it is you need to release. So whatever has happened before, whatever your kind of old story is, whether, I'm not even going to repeat it. So whatever happened, that is what you need to release, I feel, right now. And you need to create a new story. So whether you want to do this through scripting, so you want to be like my new person or your person, like this is our new story, like we are very much in love. We're in a committed relationship. I'm going to marry this person. Like whatever it is that you want with them, like write that out. That is your new story. And from that, choose maybe 2 or 3 affirmations. You can throw in maybe like some self-concept in there, like I'm a master at manifesting. And you want to loop those affirmations. And whenever you're kind of just have downtime, you want to repeat them in your head. You can repeat them out loud or you can repeat them in your head. And every time a kind of negative thought pops up, that's what you need to release. You're releasing that old story. So if you're like, oh, but they're with X now, that doesn't matter. We just start looping the affirmations until you feel better about it. And eventually, when it's kind of sunk into your subconscious enough, you may actually feel like you don't even want that person because it so feels like it's done. Like it's not even a question to you in your mind. You kind of lose that like feeling like you have to repeat all the time because you know it's done. And that is when your manifestation will come in, when you believe in it. So that's the advice that I'm getting for you guys. If you enjoyed this reading, please do give me a big thumbs up. It helps me reach other people. Consider leaving a comment, hitting subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in another reading. See you later. Hey, pile 2, if you chose this lovely piece of green calcite, I quite like rubbing my thumb across it because it has a really odd feeling. It's like kind of almost like waxy compared to other crystals. Yeah, this is green calcite. So if you chose this, this is your reading. We are looking at how your person is viewing this connection, and maybe you. So the messages will be in there, and this is from their perspective. So yeah, because it's from their perspective, it might differ to yours, obviously. And and we'll get in there as well what some of their actions are at the moment, and finally we'll get advice from Spirit. So let's get into this one. And do remember, guys, so I said this before the other piles as well, love readings can be triggering, and this is a general reading, so I'm picking up on lots of energy, so the likelihood is not 100% of the messages will resonate with you, and that is absolutely fine. You know, sometimes you do get readings where everything will resonate, but you know, only take what does resonate with you. Don't take things, if you're like, oh, that doesn't seem right, don't take that to heart, guys. And you know, if you're just watching it and you're like, nothing seems right, that again, fine. It's just clearly not the video for you, and there's loads of other YouTubers out there, so check them out. Right, let's go. We have 7 of Pentacles, the Devil. So you guys have got, you know, a scary energy next as well. Some people would say scary, I don't. But you have Death, so don't worry. Stick with me, guys. It's going to be fine. 2 of Wands, the Emperor, and King of Swords. You also have the cards Yes, Poison Apple, Toxicity, Lessons, Red Flags, and you have Reconciliation, so reunion, resolution, forgiveness. So how is your person viewing this connection from their perspective? So 7 of Pentacles. This person feels like if you have broken up and you're not together, with that 7 of Pentacles, there almost feels like a feeling of inevitability. I feel like I said that right. 7 of Pentacles for me is a card about, you know, manifesting and things coming to fruition. And I feel like this person really feels like maybe this relationship or situationship, whatever you guys had, you know, they feel like it was this kind of outcome, and where you are now was, you know, was manifested. Maybe there was a lot of fear in this relationship, and whatever was kind of the fear of this person has kind of manifested into their reality. And you know, there is a lot of very strong energies here with, you know, the Devil, Death, the Emperor, and then that kind of King of Swords reversed. When they think about you and this connection, with that Devil card coming up, I feel like they do not know how to quit this, is what I'm getting from Spirit. They know at the moment things may be over, maybe you're not talking, and they know that, but they still can't help but think about you, and sometimes they feel like it's almost like an obsession, and they want to get back together with you, but they also recognize that this kind of energy that they're in is not healthy. And I feel like that's why that Poison Apple here has come up, because I think they realize that the fact that they're feeling like this is kind of like, it's very much a red flag to them about, you know, their own, maybe some of their own experiences, some of their own feelings that they need to work through here. Because, yeah, there's just a feeling, I don't think it feels necessarily toxic. I feel like there's kind of a lesson in here for this person. about themselves, more so than you. I don't feel like you are necessarily a lesson for them, but this is like they realise that they need to work through here. And I think, you know, with that death card, I think they recognise that, you know, this phase is kind of over. I think they're kind of ready to cut the tie on, or sort of, you know, put an end to what you guys had before. Maybe, and I really feel like it's because they were not in, with that kind of King of Swords reversed, I feel like they were not in the best place emotionally, and they realised that that situation with that kind of poison apple, I feel like was not ideal, and they want to put a line under that. And I really see this as a card of rebirth, you know. So how they see this this connection is that there are things that were not healthy for them. Maybe they were quite triggering, and part of them feels like that they brought it about with that Seven of Pentacles, feeling like they kind of manifested it. And I think, you know, this person is in quite a, they're in a like better place than before, and I think this is something that they can do, but now at the moment it's like they're in this very much like this Two of Wands space when they're thinking of this connection. You know, this connection at the moment, it's kind of like, because they haven't made any steps forward since whatever's maybe happened between you guys, they feel like there is like endless possibilities. So you see how he's kind of holding the world, and he has the wand. It's like, oh sorry, that was my finger that just clicked. Oh, he feels like, or they feel like they have all these possibilities, and they're kind of just planning in their head how, you know, how can this move forward, is what I'm feeling. And I think definitely, you know, they do, one of the things that is missing here, so kind of how they're viewing it, the one thing that is missing is there's no real cup emotion. So I feel like this person, when it comes to this connection, they are very much in their head, and I do think that would change if you, once this person has kind of gone through this process and has fought whatever, kind of worked through whatever lesson they need to, I feel like they will come back stronger, because I think what they're saying is they want to turn up as this emperor. They want to be somebody that is strong and confident, and you know, if it is a masculine if your person is kind of, it feels very like alpha male, that's how they want to turn up. They want to be someone that's going to protect you and, you know, look after you, and this is what they're trying to get to at the moment. So, and I think how they view themselves in this connection is kind of that King of Swords. So they realised that they were, you know, kind of, I feel like insecure, very like standoffish, you know, very like quick to anger, and, you know, be very cutting and cold, and just not, to be honest, when you're in this kind of energy, I feel like you're not very loving, you're not very lovable. And I think how they view themselves in the past was they know that they were more like this. And so for this connection to move forward, they know the changes they need to make. And how they do view it, you know, you have this yes, and I feel like this yes is like, yes, I want us to get back together, yes, this connection, like, it's like saying yes to this connection is what I'm getting here for you guys. It's not over. This connection is not over, at least in their eyes. You may not be together right now, and they may need to work through some stuff, but they know that they really do want to come back towards you. Because, you know, with that devil energy, I feel like they're not forgetting you anytime soon, and they really do want this reconciliation. They kind of, I feel like they see this in the future, like they know, I feel like it's like they know in their heart, they feel very certain about this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to clear away these cards so we can have a look at what their action is going to be. It's a bit easier to see when they're not all stacked on top of each other. So what are going to be their actions? So you have Page of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, very earthy energy, and then you have the opposite, you have Eight of Swords and Ten of Swords, and then answering the call, the time is now. So I feel like this person is, with that kind of the time is now, I feel like that they do recognise that now is the best time to be working through their kind of rubbish that was blocking them before, that was maybe making them into that kind of King of Swords reverse energy. They're still stuck in their head a little bit. I feel like they're still very much like overthinking is definitely what I'm getting. But with that Ten of Swords, it's like they do want, with that Death card earlier as well, they want this cycle to be over. They want to start anew. And I'm feeling this very strongly. I feel like this person is actually very determined. So even though they may still be stuck in their head, I think there's enough there and to make them want to you know, answer the call and move forward. And this person may work through it, you know, with that Page of Pentacles makes me think of maybe a bit slowly. But I feel like this person is going to come back into your life with, you know, some kind of offer. I really feel like they're going to come back with that Six of Pentacles. I actually really see it as like coming back with a gift. So I feel like it's going to be around some sort of, like, whether it's your birthday, whether it's, you know, Easter, whatever religious holidays you celebrate. I feel like they're going to literally come back with some sort of actual gift. It may not be like a massive gift, but I feel like it's a, you know, it's kind of an apology gift, but also a let's get back together gift. And this person just, they just need to get up the confidence, really. But I almost see that as well, like if you call them, I feel like they're going to answer the call. I feel like they want to talk to you as well, is what I'm seeing with this card. So if you were to call them, I don't think they'd be like screening your calls. I think they would answer. Yeah, so that's their actions at the moment. They are going to be, they need to work through and end this kind of cycle, but very much they do want to come back towards you. And then advice from Spirit. So we have Thinker 44. And it makes me think that maybe you guys, with this person's card having a lot of kind of sword energy, I feel like this person is very much in their head at the moment. I feel like potentially you are too. You have To the Sea reversed, which is a 7. Observer reversed. And then you have Loyal Heart 35. And you have Get Centered. So when it gets to be too much, whatever it is, I close my eyes and return to my centre. In my centre I have the wisdom, tranquility of a blank, your favourite animal, holding a blank, magical item, floating through space on a blank. So, your advice from Spirit, I feel like, you know, we didn't see many cup emotions here. And, you know, sometimes when I don't see cup emotions, you may be like, oh, maybe they don't have as deep of feelings, maybe there's not as much love there, but I feel like this person's heart is, it very much like beats for you. You are still in their heart, they still think about you, and I think the reason there was no cup emotions, it's not or cup cards, it's not because they don't feel emotions for you, it's just, I think it's all a bit too overwhelming for this person. So they're very much in their head at the moment. So this is just a little note from Spirit, almost being like, don't worry, they do. Oh, I keep banging my glasses on this. I need to sit further away from the camera. And yeah, with the Thinker card and these kind of 3 cards, I feel like go quite nicely together. And I feel like maybe you are, it's kind of similar to this person, mirroring them a little bit. Maybe you are overthinking this whole situation. You're also very much trapped in your head, not knowing how to move forward. So as I said earlier, I feel like they would answer a call from you. I feel like maybe you are in a position where you feel like you can't call them because you're with that thinking, you're just overthinking all the different possibilities that could happen. But like, sometimes when you're an overthinker, it's never going to be the good possibilities that you think about. You always think about the, what if they ignore me, what if there's an argument, what if they say never call me again. You go through all these negative possibilities, and there is a need for you, I feel like, to very much like let go of all that kind of overthinking. With Observer, it's all about, you know, when it's reversed, if you're thinking about, if you've been quite like turn inwards, I feel like there's a need for you to kind of escape from your own brain for a little bit and kind of focus on things outside of your brain. Like, just go for a walk, like go people watch, like think about things that aren't just the thoughts in your brain, because I feel like sometimes it makes you want to just, when you're trapped in your brain for so long, it's like, oh, you feel like you're clawing at the walls. So I feel like there's a need for you to escape, go out, just not have that kind of microscope on your own thoughts and your own life, and kind of just kind of be. And especially with that To the Sea, there's a need for you to just go with the flow is what I'm feeling. Just kind of let the, even though I am, you know, more law of assumption, and, you know, I think if you want something you can manifest it, but I feel like there's a need for you to go with the flow, in the sense of let the universe sort out the how. Like, if you want this person back, live in that end goal that you are back together, but don't worry about the how. Like, don't worry about having to take action. Just go with what you feel, what you're inspired to do, and don't feel pressure to do things. Stop like overthinking everything. And when you are kind of overthinking, you know, get centered, like think about, or get grounded, kind of get out of your head and stop feeling so like closed in is how I'm feeling. Like, I'm just like, my hands keep doing like this, like I just feel like, ugh, it's just very kind of tight, anxious energy is what I'm getting right now. So that's everything that I have for you guys. If this reading resonated with you, if you enjoyed it, do leave a big thumbs up. You know, also comment. Those sorts of things are really helpful for me to grow. If you are a new viewer and you liked this, do hit subscribe so I can see you again in the future. And thank you so much for watching and taking time out of your day. I will see you in another reading. See you later. Oh, hey there, pile 3. If you chose the Bloodstone, this is your reading. So we're looking at how this person is like viewing this connection at the moment, kind of what's going on, what their thoughts are, and we're also going to get some actions from their point, what they're going to be doing, and then, you know, some guidance for you guys. So just a reminder at the beginning, this is a love reading. So some people can find love readings out of all of them the most triggering, and this is of course a general reading, so the likelihood is not 100% of the messages will resonate with you, and that is fine. So do just take what resonates, don't take on board anything that doesn't. And of course, if you do find these readings triggering, then do switch off. You know, there's other YouTubers as well, and yeah, hopefully you do enjoy it. So let's get started. So we have the Sun, we have the Six of Swords, we have Death reversed, Temperance, Two of Wands, and Page of Wands. And then you have the cards parenting, so children, pregnancy, inner child healing, cash, so finances, value, prosperity, and unrequited, one-sided rejection, unwanted attention. So your person, I feel like this person, how they view this connection, it's like there is a kind of bittersweet element here. So I don't know if, you know, a lot of times obviously when people are watching these, it's because you're generally in no contact. So when your person thinks about this connection from their perspective, I feel like they do think about, maybe they think about all the good times that you've had together. They do genuinely, I feel like they do genuinely feel a lot of love when it comes to you, and a love for your just kind of general being. They really do appreciate you, but I feel like this person is having very much like a hard time when it comes to this connection, and how they view it is I feel like they realise that there needs to be a moving on, whether this is like a moving on to the next stage or moving on before someone else, whatever it is. But there's, how they view it is they do need this kind of calm. I feel like maybe this relationship has gone through, or connection's gone through, some tough times in the past with the Six of Swords, because it's that kind of moving to calmer waters. And honestly, I feel like this is something that they need to do here. They feel like they need to move to that calmer waters. For some of you, I feel like that is just moving on to like the next stage. If you have been a bit, or if you've been, you know, arguing a lot, there's a need for you to kind of bring in this calmer energy. But I really do feel like for a lot of people, there's a need to move on, but this person is still hanging hanging on there. With that death reverse, this is very much like a refusal to kind of see that something has ended or something needs to change. So this person recognises it, but then also it feels like they're very much hanging on still. So with this connection, it's like they still don't view it as over or needing to change. There's part of them that's like, oh no, like let's hang on to this. And I know this is meant to be how this person's viewing the connection, but I feel like this person as well recognises there's like a need to, you know, I feel like there's a need to heal in this connection. With temperance, it makes me think of, you know, giving things time and space to, you know, heal, and knowing things don't happen instantaneously. Like it requires lots of different elements to heal and to be able to move on. So I feel like this kind of space is like an essential ingredient here, because I feel like this person really, with the parenting card coming up, I see that as inner child healing. So if this person has had the kind of maybe if they're hanging on because they have, you know, fears of abandonment and rejection that kind of stem from childhood, this person really feels like they need to heal that before anything further happens, or, you know, before you guys come back together. And with the cash card, I feel like these are all kind of linking in, and it's like this person has to, I don't see it as actual money, but I see it as very much like value. I feel like this person needs to feel valued, they need to value themselves. And, you know, with this kind of whole you know, one-sided rejection, this person maybe feels like how they view this connection was that they were rejected. Maybe if you broke up with them, if you like drifted away, whatever, or even if that's not what happened, from their perspective they feel like they were the one that was rejected and they're the one that wasn't good enough. So I feel like this person is needing to go through this kind of cycle of healing, and it's kind of why, you know, they're kind of hanging on, because I feel like this person can't really accept that this is over because of the fears of rejection and abandonment. And, you know, I don't feel like they value themselves as much as they should. So it's kind of like this like loop. I feel like this person's like, oh, I need to heal, but also I don't want to let you go. You make me so happy. Like, and they're like just going around in a circle. And I feel like this person would almost like grovel to have you back. And you know, I think they realise that it's not healthy and that they need to change that, but there is part of them that's still kind of hanging on. So with this connection, with the Two of Wands and Page of Wands, I feel like this person realises there needs to be action. There needs to be this kind of, I really feel like a new start. It needs like new energy. And with the Two of Wands, I always feel like this person is like especially this one, I feel like she's like super confident, just like looking out, being like, yep, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I know that this is coming back to me. Like, this is how your person wants to be. And yeah, this is definitely, they're feeling like they need this confidence to be able to bring you back. And and how they, sorry, I know this is like not how they view you, and someone might write in the comments that that's not what the reading is, but that's the messages I'm getting through. So I do want to, you know, share them. So this person definitely, they want to come back. They want to come back confident. They're watching. I feel like they are still keeping up with you. They've got that phone out. It's like they're still keeping up and watching what you're doing. And I think they're going to come back with this kind of renewed energy, this like playful energy. Because that's what I feel like, this is what maybe they feel like this connection needs, is that kind of playful energy. Maybe there's been some, with that death card, it's been quite stuck and heavy. And I feel like this person just wants to renew this connection and bring it back to this kind of really sunshiny place, like how they felt like it was at the beginning. So let's go on to what your person's actions are, and I'm going to actually clear the cards away today, because sometimes I feel like it's a bit distracting with cards being layered over the top of each other, because I can't really see so much. So their actions, we have Ace of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and the Hanged One. And we also have Solitude. In silence, peace prevails. So this sounds like hermit vibes for me. So I feel like this person very much is focusing right now on, obviously, on their own happiness. I think on their own manifestations with that Seven of Pentacles, that Nine of Cups. And it's like they're trying to gain new, I feel like maybe like gain new perspectives, gain like a new sense of calm and almost like authority. I don't know why I'm getting that from the hanged one, but you know, I feel like the Hanged One, it's like they have their own authority over their life. They're like, yeah, so what, I'm going to hang upside down. What are you going to do about it? This is how I think. So I feel like this person is very much focusing on their own happiness. I think they realise that, you know, trying to like hang on to the past like that was not healthy for them, and I think it probably highlighted where they were lacking, you know, in their own life, and where their cup maybe wasn't full. They're trying to get their happiness, that sun, from you, and I feel like they're going to have, if they haven't already, I feel like they're on the verge of this realization that, hang on, wait, like I need to be happy in my own skin before, you know, coming back to this person, because, you know, it's never going to work if I'm having to rely on them to try and make me happy. So definitely they're focusing on their own happiness, their wish fulfillment, their manifestations. I feel like they're trying to come back a more whole and, you know, somebody that is kind of at peace, because this feels like not where they're at right now. And then some advice for you guys. You have acceptance, 4. You have balance, 19. So that breaks down to a 2. And then you have 42, the masculine, which breaks down to a 6. Number of the Lovers. And then you have the affirmation, ups and downs. I see life as an incredible ride and I'm lucky to be on it. Yes, the ups and downs make me want to puke sometimes, but they're also what make things fun and interesting. When you look back, even puking on yourself makes it for a good story. I love these little affirmation cards. Some of them are quite funny. So I feel like what Spirit is saying, there needs to be from you, maybe at this moment, like a bit of an acceptance of where you are with this person. Maybe you are somebody that really, you know, you really do want to get back with them, but, you know, that acceptance of, you know, we're not together right now, but actually maybe this time apart is good, because, you know, they can come back as a more a more whole person. They're not going to be relying on me to, you know, provide their happiness, and it will allow your relationship to be a lot more balanced. I feel with, you know, that's in the middle here. I feel like it's kind of a key message, that balance is really important here. You can't be the one to provide someone's happiness for them all the time. They need to be able to do it themselves. And if you are somebody that was like almost like the stronger one, the reliable one, there does need to be balance in a relationship. Even though some, you know, there's, you know, the idea of the masculine and the feminine, you know, all of us have masculine and feminine energies within us. We're not always going to be the masculine, and we're not always just going to be like give. We do need to receive as well. So with the masculine, I feel like maybe if you were the person that was almost more like the masculine, you obviously, that doesn't have to be related to your physical, to your actual gender. You can be, you know, female and have masculine energy, but I feel like maybe this is you needing to balance that out. So rather than being the one that needs to feel like you're protecting them all the time, and you're, you know, the one that does all the work and is like always phoning, and there needs to be like a sense of balance in that relationship. And I think, you know, pulling back your energy and making sure you're not the one that's always kind of like doing, and the one that's protecting, and feeling like you're having to pick this person up and be their source of happiness, be that like shoulder to cry on all the time, that kind of thing. Don't, like, you're not this person's like emotional crutch. And I think, you know, this person needs to find balance in their life, but then also, you know, finding balance in that relationship. Yeah, and as you know, this affirmation says, you know, don't worry, all relationships, everything has their ups and downs, has their cycles, you know, everything has a cycle. And this is a spirit saying, you know, don't worry about it, this is just part of your story. So, you know, you can manifest this person healing, you can send them healing energy if they're kind of like open to that. Just accept at the moment that is where you are, but you can do things that will move this forward. It's not a case of like, well, we're not together now, and, you know, that's that. Don't, like, acceptance isn't just accepting negative situations, it's just accepting that right now this is where we're at, and then starting to look at how you can move forward. So that's everything that I have for you guys. If you know, resonate with this reading, do hit like, leave a comment, and I will see you guys in another reading. See you later.